Hi, Ryan Kohler here, Hiring Guru, and today we're going to talk about employee referrals, the best source of qualified applicants. Make sure you stick around to the end. I've got a special download for you of our top 5 ways to increase applicant flow. All right, when it comes to generating applicant flow, which everybody seems to care about, everywhere I go, I read articles that say that there's a talent shortage. And generally when we're talking about talent shortage, we're talking about that we don't get enough qualified applicants for our job. One thing that you can really focus on in looking at improving it is kind of what I call source power, or how powerful is a source. If you know that you've got a powerful source, then it would tell you that you should spend more time and energy and money on that source. And to be honest, employee referrals is by far one of the most powerful sources. Now, how do I measure power? I look at how many potential people there are and what the conversion rate of those applicants to hires is. And basically I'm saying what's a great source of hires, not just applicants. And generally speaking, when I look at a client, I actually went and did a review of one of my clients. I looked at where their applicants came from and I looked at where their hires came from, and then I divided them. I took and I said what percentage of the people who apply get hired for each of their sources. And in this client, as an example, free job boards were converting at like 25 or 50 to 1, meaning they would have to get 25 to 50 applicants to make one hire. But employee referrals were converting at 1 to 4. Meaning it only takes 4 employee referrals to make a hire. If I know those two data points, it doesn't mean I should stop using job boards. It just means I should allocate some time to solving or driving more people into my employee referral funnel, because it has so much leverage or power, because we're so likely to hire. And so one of the big misconceptions, if we say, okay, we're going to focus on employee referrals, we're going to figure out how to generate more employee referrals. Most employers think all that we have that we can do is to pay more money per referral. In fact, I hear it almost everywhere I go. When I'm up speaking, I bring up employee referrals, and I hear all these different payouts between $250 and $1,000. There's even more complex ways where they're like, well, we pay $250 today and $500 6 months later and $1,000 if they stick around for a year. And I mean, there's so much complexity, and because of the complexity of payouts, it really tells me that employers think that's their only way to drive more. But to be honest, it's not actually even the most powerful way. There was a study that was done. They talked to a bunch of employees and they said, why do you refer people to a job with your employer? And if you think about the normal reasons most employers think, they think, okay, maybe they're trying to help out a friend. That was only 3%. Only 3% of people said it was helping out a friend. Or they say, well, it's to get money. It's to get paid by my employer. Only 6% said it was money. So just think about that. Only 9% of all the people who generate or refer employees, new applicants, say they do it to help the friend or for the money, which leaves us with 90% of other reasons why they do it. So I want to talk about the other reasons. What I would say is why employees really refer people to you. The #1 highest reason was to be seen as valuable to the organization. An employee refers a great person to work for one of your jobs because they know that if that person turns out awesome, they can always say, yeah, I know, I referred this person. In fact, here at Applicant Pro, we actually have these little pods of people that came from very specific people. It's kind of like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. For sourcing at Applicant Pro, if you look at the people who work here, you can see and kind of trend them back to one employee who referred somebody, or one group of employees who all came from one single employee or one single referrer. If you know that and you say, well, it's because they want to be known as valuable. They want the organization to know that they don't just do their job, but they also bring in talent. 22% of it do it to actually help the company. So just think about those two things. I want to be seen as valuable and I want to help the company, which really is 48% of all employees who refer people do it out of what they believe is wanting to help the company and be known that they help the company. If you know that, then employee referrals is nothing about money. It's nothing about paying your employees. In fact, going back to that client that I did the study on, their number 1 source of hires is employee referrals, and they pay $0. I've told them they should pay something, they should give gift cards, they should do something. I do not recommend not paying anything. But even for this one employer, their best source of hires was employee referrals, and they pay nothing. So clearly that kind of shows that that can't be the only reason. So if you want more employee referrals, if you want more qualified applicants and you don't want to increase the payout, here's 5 ideas of what you can do to solve for it. #1, talk about how important it is to the company. Get your company together, get your leadership together, and talk about it. Not just saying, hey, we need employee referrals, or hey, we have an employee referral program. Talk about how it helps the company out. That will kind of trigger all the people that want to help the company. Hey, we're trying to hit our goals. We're going to need more talent. We're going to need awesome talent. Employees, we need your help because you generate high qualified candidates for our jobs. Number two, make it easy. I mean, this should be common sense, but if somebody wants to help the company out, there is a threshold of what they will do to help. And if you make it hard and needlessly difficult to refer somebody, that's going to be a problem. So make it easy. Make it so that they can just quickly click a link and share the job out on social media. Number three, show them how to do it. I know that this seems like that they should already know, but trust me, they don't know. And even if they do, when you're reminding them how important it is every month or every week, show them how to do it. Create a video, train your people, both new people and ongoing every month, train them on how they go about sharing the job and getting credit for it. Number four goes right along with it, constant communication. This is a very important program. It generates a ton of qualified candidates for your jobs and at a very low price. It's important to the company. You need to talk about it over and over and over again. Why is it valuable? How does it help out? What can employees do? And then the final one, which goes along with the communication, is celebrate the wins. Like, even for this company that I have that doesn't pay anything, they could get away without paying anything if they at least celebrate the winners, the people who are helping. Stand them up in company meetings. Tell them, hey, thank you for referring. When you have, I know for us, we stand up all of our new hires each month. We could probably tell them to tell us who referred them. Just that constant celebration that somebody helped you and pointing at the employee and telling them good job will drive re-engagement into the process for these core two groups of people that make up almost half of all employee referrals. They want to help the company and they want to be viewed as bringing value to the company through those referrals. So, just to recap, employee referrals are one of the best sources of qualified applicants. Number two, there is something you can do to drive more of them, and it has nothing to do with money or increasing budget. And so our top 5 ways to do it: talk about why it's important, make it easy, show them how to go about doing the employees, constantly communicate, like this drumbeat of communication, and finally, number 5, celebrate when somebody brings you somebody. Make it known. Tell the world about their name and that they brought somebody in. Now, I told you if you stuck around, I'd tell you how to download our 5 tips for increasing qualified applicant flow. So down below this video or in the email that you received or on the website, there should be a pop-up where you can put in your email address, just type in your email, and you'll receive this download that will walk you step by step our 5 best ways to increase qualified applicant flow, and for almost no money at all. Thanks for watching today. Until next time, good luck hiring.
Awesome.